Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm the Mystical Intuitive, and today's pick card reading is about when, where, and how you will meet your future spouse. So for pile 1, we have the Lapis Lazuli stone. For pile 2, we have the green Jade stone. And for pile 3, we have the Tiger's Eye. So pick one of these 3 piles, and then I'll see you at your reading. Okay, pile 1, the Lapis Lazuli stone. We're looking at when, where, and how you're going to meet your future spouse. So let's start with when are you going to meet your future spouse. Let's see for the people that chose pile 1. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups, the Magician, the Devil, and the Moon. And this card wanted to pop out Justice. Libra season, maybe October, maybe upcoming October. We have 3 of Swords as well. Okay. Okay, so with the Justice card, that tells me that this connection will come in once like karmic balance here is restored. Once you've worked through some sort of karma. You know, you've cleared some sort of old cycle and you've kind of learned lessons, especially in relationships, because that often blocks your future spouse from coming in. So I feel like you're gonna meet your future spouse after a major love lesson that you've learned. And with the Queen of Cups, I feel like you'll be very much emotionally mature. So you will grow in your emotional intelligence. You will have worked on wounds, you've healed, you know how to emotionally regulate yourself, and you're fully in touch with your intuition here and your feminine side and your soft side, and you're kind of ready to receive love here. Your love is open, you're open here. And then we have the Magician, which kind of tells me that you have the ability to control as to when this person is going to come in, because we had the 7 of Cups earlier and it kind of felt like, oh, it's not kind of set in stone when this person is going to come in. There's multiple timelines here or ways to get to your future spouse. It kind of also depends on your action here. So you need to consciously manifest this love, right? So you need to actively shape your reality. So it's kind of when you step into your personal power and take ownership, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna manifest this person. And with the Devil and the Moon, that makes sense because it kind of shows me that you'll meet your future spouse after you've broken free from sort of toxic attachment here with the Devil, or some sort of illusions here with the Moon, some sort of illusions that you have around love or any karmic bonds with the Devil here. So yeah, you must cut ties here with unhealthy patterns or do shadow work first. That needs to happen first. So with the 3 of Swords kind of also indicates that you might meet after, you know, a heartbreak or after facing some sort of disappointment in love, right? But you're transforming it, that heartbreak and pain and in disappointment, and you're learning lessons here. You're gaining wisdom here. So for most of you, you'll meet after you've passed like through some sort of heartbreak or healed shadow wounds. Doesn't have to be in love, could be childhood, but anything to do with accepting love and letting love in, you know, that's when they'll come in. And then, you know, with the Justice, that kind of suggested me like maturity or balance, you know. The Justice card is about you know, for me, about karmic lessons. So that kind of takes some time. So it feels like adulthood, you know, maybe not like teenage age or early 20s. So and with the Queen of Cups as well, you know, she is emotionally mature. She's a mature person. So again, then the Justice card and the Queen of Cups makes me think it's like late 20s, 30s, or even later, depending on how old you are right now. And then, yeah, Magician is Mercury energy, right? Mercury is the mind. So it's also as soon as you are ready for it, as soon as your thoughts align, you need to be ready for it in your mind and ready to accept it here. Yeah, and then with the Devil and the Moon again, it's you have to go through some sort of dark night of the soul or some sort of shadow season here, right? Or maybe with the Three of Swords, after you've healed some sort of breakup, heartbreak, or pain from your childhood, I guess. So late 20s, mid 30s. Yeah. So let's go to the next part of the question, which is where are going to meet them? So let's see. For pile 1, where are they going to meet their future spouse? We have here the 8 of Wands. We have the 9 of Wands. We have the Page of Wands. We have the 6 of Wands, the Chariot, and the 4 of Cups. Okay, so the image in my mind that I'm getting is that you're working on something. Like I see someone on a ladder and doing something with their hands. And your future spouse is looking at you. So it's like, I feel like you're not going to notice them right away. They're going to notice you first here. So yeah, that kind of, it makes me feel like you're working on something. You're in a go-getter energy here, and that kind of is reflected here in the spread because there's a lot of fast-moving energy. It's a very dynamic environment, you know. You're full of energy, and with the 8 of Wands here, it kind of indicates, you know, action, quick action, or yeah. So it could be that while you're traveling, could be at a social event or a work setting, or while you're out pursuing your goal. So if you're traveling, it's for work here. I don't see you being, I mean, it could be something leisurely or your free time, you're doing something for fun, but then it's still like a workshop or something, or a class, or even if it's like for fun, you're still working, you're doing something, I guess. So yeah, it could be like travel here with the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is also communication, could be online dating. 9 of Wands suggests to me that you're kind of maybe on edge here, whatever it is. So maybe it's a new place for you. Maybe you don't really go there, or maybe social events are kind of like not scary, but more yeah, they put you a bit off balance, I guess. But you're kind of on guard here. And I feel like, or you need to work hard. So it could be a gym, you know, people notice your strength here with the 9 of Wands. And with the Page of Wands, it's like, you know, it's all about creativity, about learning. It's an adventurous environment. So maybe a workshop, a class, a networking event, or again, a trip here. If it's a trip for fun, it could be like some sort of camping trip or a hiking trip. It doesn't feel like, you know, laying on the beach here. And with the 6 of Wands, that's public recognition, right? So again, it could be an event. I see a lot of people around you, an event. Maybe someone is being celebrated, or you are being celebrated. Maybe it's like an award or promotion or something like that. Some sort of ceremony surrounding that. And with the Chariot, again, that's travel, movement. So maybe you need to travel somewhere or go somewhere. So it's definitely, it feels to me somewhere outside of your usual routine. It's somewhere new. yeah, you need to commute here, maybe to a different city or something like that. Doesn't have to be travel out of the country. And with the Four of Cups, that kind of again confirms to me you're not seeing your future spouse here, right? You might have overlooked your future spouse, or just not think anything of them, not of them, or just the situation. You might not think, oh hey, that's the person I'm gonna end up dating, or something like that. Or maybe you're just very introspective that day, you know? You're not really looking for love. Something's on your mind here. Yeah, well, with the Eight of Wands, it could be, you know, at an airport. Maybe you're traveling to go to some sort of conference, or maybe some sort of, I don't know, hiking trip or somewhere. Maybe you're going to climb mountains. I'm not sure. Could be train stations, or like a busy city streets as well. You know, people are walking. Concerts, sports events as well with the Nine of Wands, or festivals. Yeah, professional seminar, networking event, or maybe the gym. Could be art classes, music classes, writing workshops, entrepreneurial meetups, something like that, or some sort of self-help workshop, I guess. Award ceremonies, graduations, yeah, could also be. Or some sort of social gathering. But there's travel here needed. A business trip could be a short vacation, a weekend getaway, a retreat. You know, with the Four of Cups, you know, that also kind of indicates, you know, being introspective. So maybe you are in like a quiet cafe or a bookstore, library, or like a meditation or yoga class. So just putting it all together, because I gave you just a lot of scenarios. It's somewhere unexpected, somewhere you have to travel to, somewhere that's out of the norm for you. It's a very dynamic environment, you know, a workshop, creative class, or an event celebrating an achievement, or some sort of work event. And you're possibly traveling or out of your usual routine here. With the Six of Wands, again, could also be like a concert or a festival here. And you might not notice them immediately here. They notice you first. Okay, let's see how you're going to meet them. So how is pile 1 going to meet their future spouse? I'm hearing come back, come back. So maybe they'll talk to you and then you leave for a while because you're talking to someone else at the event that you are. And then they're gonna like search for you again and talk to you again. Let's see. We have the Nine of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers. We have the Emperor and the Nine of Cups. Okay, so interesting. We have the Two of Pentacles here, which kind of suggests, you know, juggling and balancing. So again, your meeting might happen when you're managing kind of multiple priorities, like work or project or something about personal growth, like a workshop. So it's like love happens while you're being busy in your day-to-day life, I guess, here. And with the Nine of Pentacles, you're being independent here, self-sufficient. So it might be something to do with, you know, you chasing your financial success here. And you're just happy, you're thriving on your own, and then this person is going to come in. And with the Wheel of Fortune, there's divine timing here at play. You're kind of meant to meet you're meant to meet this person, although I do feel like you have strong influence as to when they're going to come in. But yeah, this connection is faded here, especially with the Lovers here. So there's immediate attraction here, soul level connection, right? A deep recognition. And with the Emperor here, I feel like this person isn't gonna approach you in like a casual way, right? They're not gonna give off like player vibes or something like that. This person gives off someone who's mature, stable, grounded. So they're gonna approach you with intentions here. It's not like a fleeting first meeting, or they're not gonna be wishy-washy in the beginning, I guess, here. And I feel like the first meeting is gonna be very joyful here with the Knight of Cups. You're gonna feel very happy talking to this person. I see a lot of laughing, enjoying yourself. It's almost like a dream come true. You know, you might, after this meeting, you know, call one of your friends and you're like, whoa, I just met the most amazing person. It's like, you know, a dream come true. It brings you happiness, satisfaction here. And I feel like with the Nine of Pentacles, this person probably will approach you independently here. Nine of Pentacles is about independence, freedom. So I don't feel like they need an excuse or a middleman to come talk to you. You know, they will approach you confidently. They will exude also a calm charm here with the Lovers and the Emperor here. And with the Two of Pentacles, they might also be juggling, you know, maybe they're also working or attending a work event or doing some sort of workshop, or they're at the gym. But they still like make time to connect with you. Maybe they'll give you a lot of glances as well. And they're very attentive to you. Even though they might be talking to someone else, you might catch them looking at you, you know. And then it's just with the Wheel of Fortune here, it's like this meeting is sudden, unexpected, right? It's like all of a sudden this person appears in front of you. And they're very warm, and you just notice that they're drawn to you here with the Lovers. And you're gonna feel safe around this person, yeah? Especially with the Emperor. They give off protective vibes, so you're gonna feel safe around them. And they look like someone who's well put together here. Could be, for some of you, it's like work or maybe a work event. It could be someone who's in a leadership position here. Yeah. So that's all I have for you, pile one. I hope it resonated here. Yeah, please comment in the comment section if it did. And of course, like the video and subscribe for more videos. And if you want a personal reading to more accurately look into your future spouse, my email link is in the description box below. Email me. Yeah, have a good day. Bye-bye. Okay, pile 2, the green jade stone. This is your reading. We're looking at when, where, and how you're going to meet your future spouse. So let's see. The people that chose pile 2, show me. When are they going to meet their future spouse? Okay. We have here the Four of Cups. We have here the Two of Pentacles. We have here the Eight of Wands, Two of Swords, Four of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so with the Four of Cups here, you're in a time of reflection when you're going to meet your future spouse. So maybe there's some sort of life shift here. You're being introspective and maybe even emotionally restless. Maybe you're thinking, when am I going to find love? You're bored with all the people around you. You feel like you're never going to find love. You're giving up. Maybe you're dealing with some mental health issues as well. And you're kind of pausing. You're reassessing like what you truly want in love. You're reassessing your own behaviors and patterns in love here. And I feel like with the Two of Pentacles, you'll be very busy. You're juggling a lot of priorities. So if right now you're not really motivated to go after your goals, you're a bit more in a stage of resting, I see you in the future all of a sudden be very motivated. You're gonna do lots of projects, you know, work, side hustles, working out, all sorts of things, maybe going to social events. And yeah, you're going to be busy here, in a busy stage of your life. You're managing multiple responsibilities here. So you've come out of the Four of Cups energy. You're not being passive anymore. You're not letting life kind of take you wherever it goes. You're kind of taking control over your life and going after what you want here, especially with the Eight of Wands. It's action, sudden energy. This person is going to come in quicker than you think here with the Eight of Wands. They might come in soon. You might feel that this connection is going to move fast, or yeah, momentum is going to build fast after you meet them between the both of you. And with the Two of Swords, it might be at a time where you're making a big decision, right? There's some sort of big decision that you need to make, whether it's about school, career, finances, family, friends. And with the Four of Pentacles, this might be around stability. So it might be around a house here. Maybe trying to decide which apartment you're going to rent, or which, yeah, something like that. Or where you want to live, if you want to move. Something, a choice surrounding that. Could be something else, but since the Four of Pentacles next to it, it makes me feel like it's a choice surrounding your stability. So it could also be finances. And with the Six of Pentacles, you know, that's all about balance. It's about fairness. It's about mutual reciprocation here. So I feel like you're going to meet them when you're ready. It's not going to feel, when you're both ready, actually. So it's not going to feel like right person, wrong time here. So it feels to me not like you're going to meet them in your early 20s, because it feels to me that you are going to meet them after you've learned some lessons surrounding responsibilities. Maybe you've been, you know, slacking your responsibilities or something like that. And, you know, maybe you went, maybe it's during Saturn return, you know, Saturn return often, you know, teach us discipline in areas that we are not really disciplined. So I feel like you're gonna all of a sudden become disciplined in life. You're gonna nail all of your responsibilities here. And I feel like, especially the responsibilities that you've had a hard time with, could be anything. Could be finances, work, could be self-care, mental, physical self-care, you know, beauty stuff, or health. Could be anything. There's discipline here. And it might be also when you seek help after maybe some sort of mental health crisis or a hard time. Here with the Four of Cups, maybe you're dealing with depression, anxiety, or something else. And maybe you're kind of focusing on that here. So it feels to me like late 20s or early 30s here. So you're on a self-discovery here before you meet your future spouse. And I feel like, yeah, you're going to grow, especially in the material world here. Yeah, again, busy. You're very busy. Could be anything. Your career, studies, projects. It's like all of a sudden with the Eight of Wands, everything is going to come in. You know, with the Four of Cups, you might have been in a season in your life where it's still not much is going on, and all of a sudden you're gonna get everything that you want. You know, the apartment, the love, the career, the money, it's all coming at you here. Could also be with the Eight of Wands after some sort of travel period here, or relocation could also be. It strongly feels like you're relocating here, or some sort of big life change. Or maybe you're becoming a bit more social here with the Eight of Wands. Or your social energy increases. It's like you're coming alive here. Yeah. And with the Four of Pentacles, it feels to me you're going to meet them when you feel financially stable and emotionally stable here. You're settled here. So again, that makes me feel, again, late 20s, early 30s. Yeah. So for me, spring comes out, or autumn as well, fall season. So March through June is spring, and then September through October is autumn here. Yeah. Okay, let's get some more cards. Tell me, where is pile 2 going to meet their future spouse? Where is pile 2 going to meet their future spouse? Lovers, interesting. You might be introduced to them by someone. The Fool, you're having fun here. 10 of Wands, yeah, you're trying to have some stress relief because you're so busy here. So maybe going out with friends could be. We have here the 3 of Wands, could be doing travel, vacation, relaxing. 5 of Wands, could be some sort of event as well. A festival, a concert. It's like you're waiting for love. You're waiting for love. You're seeing couples around you. You're ready. You see here how both of them have like their hand on their head is resting on their hands. It's like they're bored. They're like, when is my future spouse gonna come in? When is it gonna happen for me? You're restless. You know, with the Lovers, it could be here at a place where there's a lot of romance, or people meet for romance. So it could be like a dating app. You're kind of, you know, taking a chance here with the Fool. 5 of Wands could suggest like multiple options here. So again, dating app here. And you're just waiting here for maybe for a text back, or for the right person to come on your feed. And yeah, could also be a social event. It feels like your free time, a social event, a dating app, where there's a lot of people gathering. It might be with the Fool that this is a spontaneous thing. You know, maybe your friend is asking you to go somewhere, and last minute you decide to go. You know, this is kind of that story where people say, you know, I wasn't supposed to be there. I actually didn't want to go to that event, or I actually didn't want to go on dating apps. I almost gave up. I gave it another try. And then you'll meet like your future spouse or something like that, right? With the Fool and the 3 of Wands, it could be travel, a vacation, a boys trip, a girls trip. Could be hiking here as well, I guess. Out in nature, parks. Maybe you're having a picnic in the park with your friends or something like that. Or at the beach. So it's going to be in free time. You're relaxing here. Somewhere busy, you know, with the 10 of Wands. And the 5 of Wands. There are a lot of people there. Could be some like market here as well, like where people are maybe working. Could be like the mall, or some sort of farmer's market, or like I see like maybe stands with food, some sort of food market where people make like food and snacks, I guess. So again, that indicates travel for me. You know, that's often something that you do. You know, you go to, when you go to other cities, you try out their foods, you know, in the food stands. For some of you, it could be work here with the 10 of Wands and 3 of Wands, because 3 of Wands suggests, you know, expansion, opportunity, growth, you know, so it could be a networking event or conference. So if it is work, it feels to me more like not like at the office that you're going to meet them, but more something, an event outside of that, you know, related to work. Could be a conference. You're still having a bit of fun, I guess. Yeah, and it's definitely in a group, or a lot of people are around an event here with the 5 of Wands. Okay, let's see how you're gonna meet them. Tell me for pile 2, how are they gonna meet their future spouse? I'm hearing you're quiet or you need your space. Maybe you're not really talking a lot to them. Maybe they're sneaking glances at you. You have the Three of Pentacles, Three of Cups. Yeah, see? There's maybe some group activity and then you maybe put into the same group here. Queen of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. And then you kind of hit it off. You know, you have the King and Queen looking at each other. So it's like you're in a group setting, but you guys kind of hit it off here. You're probably being introduced or... Again, like some sort of, maybe you guys are at an event and you guys are in some sort of competitive game event or something like that. And then you need to be in the same team as your future spouse and you guys are just hit it off. Nine of Wands, Five of Cups and Seven of Wands wanted to come out as well. Like you'll definitely notice when you're in the group setting that your future spouse is constantly, you know, talking to you or giving you attention or laughing with you. And you as well. I feel like both of you are very enthusiastic about each other here. But with the King and Queen of Pentacles, it kind of indicates to me that maybe you need to be a bit professional here. Maybe you cannot fully flirt here. So again, that might indicate like some sort of working event. But yeah, with the Ace of Cups, it's like sparks fly. There's immediate interest here with the both of you. And there might be a crush here as well, or feelings starting to develop here with the Ace of Cups. Or your future spouse is just very nice to you. That could also be the case. It's the energy that I'm getting. You hit it off immediately. There might be drinks here as well during this event. Yeah, it just feels a very warm meeting. There's something that you guys need to collaborate on right here. It could be for work. It could be also for something fun, like a game. So it could be a party, some sort of gathering, an event with friends or even colleagues. That could be the case as well. You know, going out with your colleagues. Yeah. And yeah, and then we have Seven of Wands, Five of Cups, and Nine of Wands. With the Five of Cups, it makes me kind of feel that you are disappointed that the meeting ended. Maybe you didn't want to stop talking to them, or maybe you feel like it's a mischance. Maybe someone felt like it's a mischance, or you're never going to see them again. Yeah. It's like there's some sort of barrier here with the Seven of Wands and Nine of Wands. Like maybe you split up at the end of the night if it's an event. But of course you're going to meet them again, right? Because this is your future spouse. Well, that's all I have here, pile 2. I hope it resonated with you. Please tell me in the comment section. And like the video. Subscribe if you want more videos like this. And if you want a private reading to look into your specific future spouse or any other topics, career, love, finances, you can email me for a private reading. My email is in the description box below. And I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye. Okay, pile 3, the Tiger's Eye. This is your reading. We're looking at when, where, and how you're going to meet your future spouse. Show me, when is pile 3 going to meet their future spouse? We have the Hanged Man. We have the Justice card. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Leo card. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And the Gemini card. Okay. So because we have Leo and Gemini, could be during Leo and Gemini season. June in August especially, which kind of suggests, you know, late spring, summer, you know, the summer months, we know when things are kind of slowing down. You have free time here, vacation, all that good stuff. With the Hanged Man, it could be that you are all of a sudden going on some sort of spiritual path here with the Hanged Man, or some sort of spiritual awakening. Maybe you are changing your mindset about something. Could be that you come across some sort of new spiritual teachings that you like. You're incorporating new spiritual teachings in your life. It could be that you change your belief system. It could be that you change your political system. It's like there's this big, almost like tower moment that makes you look differently at the world here. And with the Justice card here, it's like maybe you're finishing up some sort of karmic cycle here. Yeah, you're definitely here in a pause with the Hanged Man. You're reflecting, and you're taking a step back. You know, you're seeing things from a new perspective. It could be also surrounding love here with the Knight of Cups. Maybe you're kind of reflecting on what kind of partner you want and what you deserve. And I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like you're like, I'm gonna wait until I get the Knight of Cups. I'm gonna wait until I get the person that's up to my standards. The Justice here as well. You'll develop some strong morals surrounding love, some sort of standard here. I will not date this kind of person. I will not date this person who does this to me or something like that. And you're waiting. You're saying no to people who don't align with you. With the Gemini card, there might be a lot of people who are interested in you, but you're like, nope, I want marriage here with the Justice. And you're waiting with the Seven of Pentacles. And with the Knight of Cups, it shows me that you're ready for love. You have worked on your self-love, self-worth. You can accept love, but only like high-value love, or a love that treats you good. And you are in a period in your life where you are confident here with the Leo. You might be a lot more social or extroverted, or maybe you all of a sudden grow some sort of following online. Maybe you go through some sort of glow up. Yeah, and it might be summer months, right? You're shining here with the Leo card. You're getting recognition, could be at work as well. And it could be here with the Seven of Pentacles that some sort of investment in your life is finally paying off. Maybe you have been trying to save for something. Could be a car, a house deposit, a vacation, a product that you've always wanted. And it's like maybe after you've done that, this person comes in, or maybe you decide to invest in stocks, or maybe do some sort of side business as well. You maybe have multiple income streams, and you meet after it finally, you know, becomes profitable. Maybe you do some sort of online product selling or something like that. Some sort of service or digital products or physical products. And then, yeah, you're focused on your finances and long-term goals here. And maybe, again, with the Gemini, it's like when you maybe become more social, maybe you're meeting new friends here. Maybe you're gonna meet someone that you're gonna be really close with here with the Gemini card, a new friend, someone who's very much like you. Maybe you've had some bad luck with friends here. Gemini is also Mercury, so maybe learning could be, you know, doing studies. Maybe you decide to go back to school at a later phase in your life, could also be the case, but it could also be, you know, studies in your early 20s. Yeah, you're connecting definitely here socially with more people. Okay, let's go to the next part, which is where you're going to meet. So for pile 3, where are they going to meet their future spouse? I'm seeing a horse and yeah, I'm seeing like horse racing, you know, that's kind of upper class. So it could be at a very you know, upper class event or some sort of very classy event. And maybe at a really nice restaurant or some sort of gala. Or maybe at like a country club, or maybe at horse racing, or maybe at some sort of tennis event. I don't know. It feels like luxurious. A spa or some sort of resort could also be the case. King of Swords. 5 of Pentacles. 2 of Wands. Jupiter. And the Moon. It's interesting that we have the 5 of Pentacles here, which is the kind of the opposite of luxury. So maybe it's not like your usual scene, and maybe you feel a bit out of place, like you don't belong there, because these two people are kind of outside of the church, right? They're ostracized, I guess. They're outside, and an event is happening in the church. It's warm. There's a lot of people there. Everyone knows that there. Everyone likes them. Everyone likes each other there. But the two people here are cold. They're excluded, I guess. So maybe it's like you feel out of place here. So it could be here with the King of Swords. It's like you meet someone. This might be your future spouse, or might be the person that's going to introduce you. It might be you being introduced by a mentor here with the King of Swords. Someone who's, you know, smart. Someone who has like a leadership position here. Who's very professional here. So it could be some sort of working event. Some sort of business dinner could be. Or maybe some sort of seminar with like a lot of executives, maybe a place like people from, you know, upper class. Yeah, like successful people. And people are maybe exchanging ideas here. So again, could be like a business dinner where you're talking, networking, 5 of Pentacles. So could be that you're maybe being assisted here, you know. You're being supported here by the King of Swords. Maybe with a problem here in work or something, or you need some help. Yeah, it's definitely like a social setting where you kind of like stepping into the unknown. It's unfamiliar here, right? 2 of Wands is planning, looking forward again. So it's about exploring opportunities. So making decisions here. Could be travel, could be a business trip. Or traveling somewhere luxurious, like I said, a resort. And Jupiter is the planet of abundance, of expansion, of luck. It feels like, oh my God, I can't believe that I'm in this room. I'm at this event, I'm at this place. This feels like a dream. I never thought that I would be here. And it will give you an opportunity of abundance, of expansion. You feel lucky, right? So you feel... It might also teach you a lot here, because Jupiter is also the teacher. Maybe, again, a workshop, a retreat, culture event, business event. And with the Moon, I feel like you're going to feel a lot of emotion here, especially combined with the Jupiter cards. It's like you're going to feel extra sensitive or vulnerable that day, because it's a new, unfamiliar place here. And maybe your future spouse sees that and then kind of relaxes you. We'll see if that's the case when we pull some more cards here. Yeah, the Moon is sometimes dreamy energy, a bit the unfamiliar. It's secrets, right? It's illusion sometimes. It's confusion. So you're a bit confused. It feels a bit unreal here. It feels like a dream. It's very dreamlike. Like the atmosphere is so beautiful. Okay, let's see. How are you going to meet? How spouse are you going to meet their future spouse? Ooh, this is too much. I'm going to keep these two, these three. Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Four of Cups. You're going to look amazing here with the Queen of Wands. You're going to get dressed up really nice. You're going to look polished. We have here the Eight of Swords, the Four of Swords, Ace of Cups. Oh, both of you are going to like each other right away. There's attraction here. With the Moon and the Ace of Cups, you know, strong feelings. Gemini, Pisces. Okay. You know, with the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, it could be that you're being offered something here. Also here with Four of Cups, maybe some sort of a leadership role. And maybe through that you're going to meet your future spouse. Like maybe you've been promoted, and then all of a sudden you're going to meet like executives and maybe upper echelon people through your work. And then that's how you're going to meet your future spouse. And with the Pisces card here, it's again that dreamy energy. So it could be also something, a theater. Maybe you go to Broadway, right? Maybe that's always been your dream. And then you go to some fancy dinner afterwards. And then, yeah, you meet your future spouse there. Now, it could be also that you've been invited to some sort of fancy party as well. And some sort of penthouse could also be the case. So even if it's something for fun, like a party or a country club or something, it still comes with career opportunities or network opportunities here with the Ace of Pentacles. And you're gonna look really good here. Like I feel like with the Queen of Wands, you're gonna attract a lot of stares here. You're gonna be very attractive. It might be with the Four of Cups that you're being a bit guarded. Because maybe you don't know a lot of people there here. You may be cautious in your own world, especially here with the Eight of Swords, right? There's hesitation, fears. And with the Ten of Wands, again, that's that work energy, responsibilities here. So you might meet when you're working. And the Pisces card is also about, you know, it has like it's almost about synchronicity or some sort of about serendipity. So it might feel magical, or it's almost like you feel like, oh, this was like destiny. This was like fate. You're very emotional at this day. So yeah, you're going to meet your future spouse through some sort of practical or life-centered opportunity, most likely. And it's in a room where people can offer you opportunities. You're in a room with very successful people, or it's just a dream place that you always wanted to go. And yeah, that's how you're going to meet your future spouse. I feel like your future spouse is going to approach you with confidence here and charm you with the Queen of Wands. But the Queen of Wands is still warm, even though she's confident. So maybe your future spouse can sense that you're a bit nervous, and they might initiate the conversation here. They might do all of the talking or most of the talking. Maybe they're very attentive to you, very charismatic. So they might, as well with the Ace of Pentacles, offer you help or guidance or something like that. They might offer you a drink. I know with the Eight of Swords, your future spouse might also internally be a bit nervous, but they're not showing it here. And the Ace of Cups, they're sincere towards you, right? They're emotionally open towards you. And you're going to notice that they're interested in you. And with the Ten of Wands, I feel like they're going to make the effort to engage with you. You know, it's not like they're going to be, you know, very dry, I guess. They're going to make the effort to make an impression on you. And with the Pisces, it's like they're just a dream. They're very gentle, They're very emotionally attuned to you as well. Maybe a bit empathetic. So yeah, they're going to be charming, but also very grounded, right? And emotionally sincere. And I feel like they're just going to come up to you. Let's see, how are they going to approach you, pile 3? Or how are you going to end up, you know, interacting with each other? The Lovers. Saturn. Knight of Pentacles. And Neptune. Okay, so with Saturn here, Saturn thinks, right, before they act. And Saturn is also about structure here, you know. They're careful in their approach. They're also going to be very respectful towards you. They're not going to be vulgar or too lustful or something like that. They're not going to rush or make impulsive moves. They just want to come off as, you know, as responsible, I guess, or a good catch or match, right? The Knight of Pentacles, it kind of makes me feel like that they're going to move slowly towards you. They're going to move closer and closer to you. Little gestures here and there. It might start with a look. Then they might move closer to you, but start talking to someone else. And then maybe they'll move in the group that you're in and talk with someone there. And then maybe they'll do some sort of small gesture to you. And then they'll end up talking to you. It's like carefully approaching you here. But they will likely initiate contact or conversation, but in a steady or practical or persistent way here. It might start with like a casual, friendly dialogue here, and then kind of slowly they're going to show their interest here. It's not like immediate overt flirting here. They're going to be careful a bit. But there's interest here, really immediate here with the Lovers. And with the Neptune energy, that's dreamy, it's romantic, and it's mysterious energy. So they might be a bit subtle with their interest here. They're going to be very charming. And they might be a bit evasive or elusive, or they might create intrigue with you. It's like they'll show interest in a very gentle, muted way, right? It's like they first want to emotionally feel you out. Like, are you interested? Who are you? Yeah. So that's nice. Well, that's all I have for you, pile 3. I hope it resonated with you. Please tell me in the comments. And of course, like the video and subscribe if you want more of these videos. And if you want your own personal reading on any topic, my email's in the description box below. Email me. And I hope you have the most amazing day. Okay, bye-bye.